Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Livingston, first grade teacher at Hidden Valley. And today I'm going to do your pre-module lesson with you. It is Friday, May 29th, 2020. Our objective is I can use evidence from the text to describe what is important to learn in school. For this activity, you will need to be watching and looking at your Phase 5 learning packet. And if you don't have that, just please follow along. Do not write during this video, just watch and listen. I am showing you what to do for when you watch the next video where you will be writing using a different part of the reading. So remember, just keep your hands free, no pencil, no writing, but keep your eyes and ears open. So this is on page 13 of your learning packet, and we are reading about what does school mean to you. So I'm just going to read this opening paragraph. Schools are places for learning. Some are large, with hundreds of students. Some are small, with only a few dozen students. Some schools are found in big cities, surrounded by buildings, cars, and crowds of people. There are schools in the suburbs, surrounded by houses. There are also schools in the country, surrounded by farms. But what is school really, and why is it important? The dictionary defines a school as a place for teaching and learning. But what do kids and teachers say about school and why it is important? Let's find out. So, in your packet on page 13, here are the first two students that contribute to what do you learn at school. So I'm going to read what Nubian and Jocelyn say. Nubian says, the purpose of school is to learn how to read and write, and learn how to do math. Nubian, 3rd grade, Detroit, Michigan. Jocelyn says, when I was studying the solar system, I wrote about how the moon causes the tides. People came up to me. They didn't know, so I had to teach them. Jocelyn, 2nd grade, Rochester, New York. So since our purpose today is to take what we've seen and heard and read in our passage today and put it into our own words as we answer the question, what does school mean to you? I'm going to model with Nubian and Jocelyn's quotes how to take what they said and turn it into an answer, which is what you will do next, but with different students. So, Nubian said that the purpose of school is to learn, and she says it's to learn how to read, write, and do math. So I have underlined that with my yellow highlighter because that's the part of the text that I want to take for my writing. In this part, she discusses how learning is important and why. So in my writing, I have answered the question using evidence from the text. What is important to learn at school? Use details from the article in your answer. Using Nubian's quote, I wrote, in school, it is important to learn how to read and write and do math. And again, I took that information and wrote it on page 15 in my packet based on what Nubian said in the text. Now, Jocelyn talked about how when she was studying the solar system, she wrote about the moon causing tides. Now, the part that stuck out to me is that she said, people came up to me. They didn't know, so I had to teach them. Students can be teachers too. That is something important that we need to learn in school, that while we're also learning, we can also be teaching. So I took what she wrote in her passage, in her quote, and I wrote at the bottom, it is also important to learn how to teach others what you have learned in school. So again, I took what both Nubian and Jocelyn said. I highlighted the parts that stuck out to me and that I knew I could use in my response, and I rewrote their information in my own words using complete sentences. This is exactly what you are going to do as you watch the next video. So great job following along with my lesson. Now, you will listen to the next video, the module video by CMS, with your Phase 5 packet in hand. You will need a pencil and a highlighter or crayon of some sort so you can underline or highlight like I did. You will write about other students. Thank you for listening, boys and girls.